There we are. We're live, guys.
We are.
Hey! Oh, sorry. Hey!
Music.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Pints and Pistons. We are live here in my garage. That's the pile of Miata behind me.
There's a pile of Miata behind you, buddy.
It's not a pile of, well, it is actually just a pile of shit right now. I mean,
If you really want to get technical, it's a very sketchy pile of shit because isn't it being held by two of those fucking recall jack stands?
you know what? Hold on, let me crawl under there and check. Yep, those are those recalled jack stands, all right.
Woo! You like to live life dangerously, don't you?
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, if it falls off those jack stands, it might, bruise me a little bit. It's a Miata. We lifted it onto the jack stands by hand, so.
And it's just like, I like that high IQ meme I put on our Facebook with the high IQ car guys the other day. Like, that was a good one. If you guys didn't see it, it's a picture of some chick. And it says, when they pop the hood to your FCRX7 and they see the unreplaced fuel dampener, it says,
Right.
Call 911, I'm on fire. And if you own an FCRX7 and it has caught on fire, that is why it's caught on fire no matter what you say.
Yeah.
But
That's what killed mine.
Yep.
Because I tried to fix it.
How'd that go?
Didn't go well. It ended with a blown motor. I was sad.
Yeah. But anyway, nonetheless, we are here during these crazy ass times. We hope everybody's being safe, being healthy. We're being safe. We're being healthy. We're trying to, just kind of all make it through this weird ass time we're living in right now.
Yeah,
But
I'm drinking enough to try to kill it. So
me too. I have been.
from what I
copious amounts.
understand, a 12-pack a day keeps me going to the store.
That works.
We just do health and safety.
We did.
If you drink enough alcohol, it'll stop the coronavirus from getting in your bloodstream.
Yeah,
Is that what
because
we're saying?
you
Because
just
you
drink it
end up
up until you get
passing
drunk
out.
and pass out, and you don't
Exactly.
go anywhere.
You get
Right.
drunk, you don't leave the house because you can't drive. You don't have to interact with
Self
people.
tips of pints and
Science.
pistons.
You're welcome.
Science.
See, people might not say that I'm too smart of a burner, but I am a pretty smart of a burner. So, yeah.
Heartburn hitting hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, chicken's a little heartburny.
Oh, I put hot
Thank
sauce
you
on
guys
it,
for
too.
tuning in, though. We really do greatly appreciate it. There's a lot of cool stuff down there in the description, including our supporters, Clutch Shift Go and Doodlebug Dog Ranch, and our Facebook pages there, where you can find some funny stuff and things
And whatchamacallits.
and whatchamacallits and
Oh, yeah.
whatnot. But tonight, we're going to be talking about, since we're living in a weird time, I guess we're going to talk about some weird shit you can get on cars back in the day.
Let's talk about some weird times.
Because I find this really cool because there's so many really neat options that kind of everything kind of became a little more uniform. Is that like kind of what I want to say? With cars?
Conformist, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
it's the modern cars, they have their quirks and features and that, but it's more like the way technology has advanced in the last
There you go.
20 years compared to, let's say, the early 80s, from 80 to 85, the technological advances that came out with some of the weirdest shit in cars and that was like, every year was like, holy shit. Now it's like, oh, my car's got a new camera on it. Yay.
Yeah, it went from a 720p backup camera to a 1080i
Yeah.
backup camera. Okay.
Yeah, it's
You
not
improved it.
Yeah,
I
but
guess.
it's not like mind-blowing.
And
just
that's probably
shit
because of
that's-
how we're plateauing with technology and everything, but it's not like, and we've talked about options of cars,
Yeah.
like probably hundreds of times on this show.
Yeah, but
We've
it's
gone
like
over
every
here
time,
standing and all of them.
every time we just keep on just reliving, like randomly coming up with, oh, fuck, remember that one? Remember
Yeah.
this one?
Is
And that?
is that a Celtic conundrum I see over
That
there?
is Celtic
Hi,
Conundrum.
guys.
Hi,
Sandy and
guys.
Jean, hi guys.
Hi guys, hope you guys are staying safe right now.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
So should we go in with our first beer?
First beer?
First beer?
You want to do the first beer?
First beer?
Yeah,
I'm
the
not going
first
first beer. No, first beer?
First beer.
First beer?
Let's do the one you brought,
Yeah,
Mike.
because
and
I know it's still probably not cold. Move
I was
this
gonna
over
say,
to the
yeah,
fridge.
might want to move it to the fridge.
Yep.
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 Yeah. And then
It's
it has been a long week.
It's been a long week. It's been really crazy times for us. It really has been.
I think it's been crazy times for everybody. It really has. This is it's an odd time to live in. We
Definitely the roaring 20s again.
Right?
There will be a surprise for you guys in a few weeks, though. So, stay tuned for the surprise.
I don't even know about
I
this
don't even
surprise.
know about this.
It's the return, my friends, of our great friend. Remember? Yes, a surprise. Everybody does not know any of it. Yes, it will be a very, very big surprise.
It will be a big surprise.
Very nice, very big surprise. But, if you guys are new here, it's Pints and Pistons. We do a live thing. Well, it's been, a little off and on lately because of the whole COVID. Whoa, that's a really, really fancy colored box you got there, bud.
Oh, we need to do glasses.
Oh yeah, I didn't grab glasses because I don't know where they're at.
Oh, Restless Nights.
Yes, but Boulevard Brewing Company is the same one that did the Rye on Rye.
Yes,
Rye on
you're
Rye.
right on.
Which was amazing.
Yes, I still have the bottle. I kept my bottle.
You did?
Yes, I did.
So this one, Sabrina's mom actually picked it out up in Gainesville.
Good catch, sir.
Yes, good catch.
She picked it out up in Gainesville.
Recently, man. I don't know why. I'm usually clumsy as hell.
Here you go, play some first-person shooter tonight. You're like a god.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what we're doing?
Yeah, well hold on, let's read it first.
Oh.
Okay, and it's actually not as high as the percentage is what you think. Okay, so
That's all
Maybe-
you get.
maybe
Yeah,
that
probably the
helps.
box is going to be a little
No.
bit.
No?
Nope, that's all the description you get.
Okay, so this is Boulevard Brewing Company. Modern Times is beer plus coffee called Restless Nights. It's bourbon barrel aged coffee porter with bourbon barrel aged beans.
Woohoo!
Alright.
And it is a 7.5%.
Oh my-
It's Boulevard Brewing Company.
I'll show you guys that can't smell it. Smell it before you even pour.
Oh, God.
Oh boy!
That is coffee right there. Oh, that just looks like a big cup of coffee right
I think it's like
Should I go get some creamer for
It
this?
smells.
No, you don't use creamer
It
in
straight up
coffee.
smells like someone poured bourbon in my coffee. Oh, there's a big. Wait, how?
You don't know how to pour, dude.
Apparently, fucking not.
Look at that.
This shit dark.
That is dark.
Look at that.
That is
I
very
can't.
dark.
I'm looking at my
It's
reflection.
black.
That's basically it.
It's black coffee is what that is. Oh, it smells like some really good coffee too.
It smells like somebody dumped bourbon on my coffee.
It smells like my coffee on a weekend.
This smells like any special coffee when he's mad. All right, social distancing, air cheers. Clink,
Air
clink,
cheers,
clink, clink,
clink.
Whoa. You can smell the bourbon, but
It definitely tastes way different than what I expected.
Me
Like
too.
pure coffee.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
I was expecting a big bourbon hit.
With the
Nope.
smell, well, with the
With
smell,
the smell
of
of
it,
it.
I was expecting like it'd be like you were taking a shot of bourbon, like it.
Oh no, it's there in the aftertaste just
but,
a little
but-
bit.
Okay, because the smell had me kind of worried because I've never had somewhere it's like that and it's too much type deal. This is freaking awesome.
what's
That's
the
really
ending?
good.
What is the ending before the bourbon? Is that the coffee beans?
No, that's the porter.
That's the porter?
Yeah.
Dude, that fucking smooths
Coffee?
it off.
Porter, little hint of bourbon at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah, and seriously, it does smell like straight up somebody dumped bourbon in coffee, and it does not have bourbon bite like I was expecting, like you were saying,
Yeah.
Oh,
bourbon
that's
to be overwhelming.
really good.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic beer.
But reading when I read the box when she brought it over,
Dark this
and
shit is,
I was
guys.
expecting it to be like just reading the box. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be like a 14% beer, and that. But for 7.5, that really isn't too bad.
No, what that means is that shit's dangerous.
Yeah.
That is really good.
Yes, that is.
Yeah, that is.
Oh yeah.
It's very smooth too. I
Oh
like
my
it.
god, yes.
It's so smooth.
It's satisfying
It's
to drink.
It's creamy. It's very
will.
rich and creamy and thick.
It rolls down the throat.
Yeah.
Very much.
There's no bite at all. The only bite to it is the acidity of the coffee.
Yeah, that shit is smooth.
Oh yeah.
Well, we got another banger from Boulevard Brewing, guys.
They haven't gone wrong yet. This is better than-
It's a little bit different than the The breakfast stout. The breakfast stout has more of a bite. The breakfast stout has more of that like full on stout heaviness to it. This is actually, it almost has like the same consistency to me as like a Guinness. It's a lighter.
Yeah,
it's
no, I get it. It's like,
does that make sense?
Yeah, and the ABV is 7.5% alcohol by volume.
But it seems more of like a Guinness flow. It's not too heavy feeling.
yeah,
That makes
and
sense.
it being a thick
Write
one,
that down.
it's probably
Hey,
gonna be
feeling it?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs.
You feeling that whiskey or that bourbon burn in your
Mhm.
stomach? Like
Good.
that's there. I like that.
It's warm.
I sent it to you on your Facebook page, guys, in a
It's-
message.
Oh yeah,
It's
I
warm-
did.
it's warm and
I did.
friendly.
It's warming
It's a
me
nice
up,
friendly
man. It
present.
is.
Oh yeah.
Whew.
Oh, that's good. Not like I need to be any warmer.
Right. It's already hot as hell.
Hey, it's only like 1,000 degrees out here.
I
I
know.
like it. I dig it.
Mike forgot his fan.
But shit, it's a good thing we went back in the day because that dry ice box was an option in the car, man.
I know.
It was an option that
Swamp
we probably
coolers?
the swamp coolers. We might not have been able to afford it though, but in our time we did have one.
Mm-hmm. So let's just get into it. Just one of my favorite random corks that was like a big luxury thing back in the 60s and 70s was and it's actually kind of like our thumbnail, just swivel seats.
The captain chair.
The swivel front seats. So like I know the T-Birds had it in that to where, and like a lot of the
I think a lot
early
of
70s
Cadillacs,
too
a
had it.
lot of cars
It
had
made it
it.
to where it was easier to get in and out of. So you pulled the lever, the whole seat swiveled
It literally
towards the
just
door,
went like.
and it made it to where you just opened it, like you had opened the door, pulled it up, got out, closed the door, you opened it back up, sat down, swiveled back around, and it locked back into place.
Which is that's so cool.
But they also did it with like the steering wheels in the Thunderbirds to where
The steering wheel would move over to
all
the
the way.
side.
Well, that was because the steering wheel was so damn big.
Yep, you
And
could
that
go
was
around.
hard to
And
get
I think
in
that was
and out.
actually in the advert, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, easy. It made it a pleasure to get in and out of. I
Well,
think
a
was
lot of
the-
that is because old cars like that. Like you ever ridden in a '50s T-Bird?
Oh yeah.
They're tiny inside.
Yeah, they're
Like,
big
they're
cars, but
cramped.
there's not a lot of cabin room in those things.
Like they didn't design those with human beings in mind
No.
when they were like, where are they gonna sit?
Yeah,
they
when they-
didn't think about that, and they were not none of those cars were actually as spacious as you
No.
think they were.
No, that's just like the thing is a lot of the cars they had started having to where, you know, if you were an average person, sometimes you get stuck on the steering wheel because the
Yeah.
steering wheel was this big, was fixed. You know,
Yeah.
nothing moved.
Right.
And I think that they had to do that. And the thing is too is that it just came out so cool.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
the way they advertised it.
It was
too.
just a
A pleasure to
Yep.
get in and out of.
Yep.
I got one. And this is kind of back in the day with the Rolls Royce.
Mm-hmm.
The hydraulic opening and closing trunk lid.
Oh yes.
Because I always found this to be too hard to do.
So you press the button, and
Press
it
the
was
button,
all hydraulic
and with all
lines.
hydraulic, and you better had your hand out of the way because it didn't just gently close. I mean,
Yeah.
it slammed.
Well, when you're rich and you buy a car like that,
You don't put your own stuff in the trunk.
I'm not closing my trunk lid. That's for the
This
peasants.
for the poors.
The
Yeah.
poors close their trunk lids. I press a button.
Mm-hmm.
Look at my mahogany. There's so much wood in here it makes Ron Jeremy happy.
No.
And another one too. Remember with Subarus when they put the spare tire under the hood with the motor?
Yep.
Yep.
I was like, seems to be an awfully odd
The
place
Yugos were like that
to put
too.
the spare tire.
The Yugos were like underneath the
Gotta
dash.
conserve
under them.
space, man.
I've got a couple. One of them was there was a Toyota van that actually came with an ice maker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was an
Some
ice
Volkswagen
maker
had that too.
in a Toyota van.
No, that was in one of like the super vans, like that.
Oh,
like-
yeah?
Yeah, like the Delica range.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it was late
full-
70s into the 80s.
Full on ice maker. in it.
Oh, that is
Like
fucking
you
stellar.
open a thing and there's a cooler in there with ice being made while you're driving.
That is awesome.
Only the Japanese.
Now that
And
would
we
be
mean
that's
that in a good
layer
way. We
one.
mean
Yeah.
that in a good way because
Right.
goddamn, they've had some of the quirkiest shit ever.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, some of their shit. I'm just like,
Parking poles.
Oh,
Parking
yeah.
poles. You
Yeah.
know? Absolutely. Dude, some of that stuff is. I have so many different things that I just think are cool, modern technology
Well,
things and everything, and just.
back in the 50s, Chrysler had the record player that went underneath the dash.
Yeah.
And that,
You know
because
what-
it's
you know
a
what-
wonderful idea to have a record player while you're going down the road. You know, you're only going to skip everywhere.
I was gonna say.
Well, no, that was the thing. That part of the reason they did that was it was actually meant as an advertisement feature for the smooth riding suspension of their vehicles.
So
But
smooth they could play a record without skipping.
Right. But did you know one thing though? I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe it was that you could only use a certain type of record in there.
It was an 18 RPM record,
and you had to get them from Chrysler or something.
No, it
like
wasn't Chrysler. It was NBC was the only manufacturer that was making those records, and they only put a couple of things on those records.
Interesting.
So they died very quickly.
Yeah.
But
it was still just a cool fucking. I think it was on the 300s.
yeah,
I think it was on the 300s.
Something like that.
And it went right underneath the dash, and now a big old thing, and it was actually it wasn't like, you know, put a record in, drop a needle. It actually slid in kind of like a CD player type deal. It slid in, and then the thing, it was all enclosed. Yep. And that was a factory option.
That is pretty.
It's just like, but like shit like that, like it's just quirks and
We're like Country Squire, the mystery cargo area with the seats in the back. They called it the mystery seat. That came up out of the back, and then two people could sit down like where the spare tire would go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The mystery seat.
Well, then it became the reverse seat.
Yeah, the
that
reverse
flipped
seat.
backwards, because those were so safe.
kids making faces the whole entire way on a road trip.
Yeah, you got to.
Dad couldn't figure out why that trucker kept honking at him.
Yep.
But it was because we were back there going, yeah.
You got an exciting view when you get rear-ended.
Yeah.
Really exciting view.
That's why they got rid of those, is because you get rear-ended and that seat got crushed.
But the swivel seats and the swivel steering wheel, that was one of probably the biggest, coolest things for me too.
Oh,
I think
and
that's one of the most
something
neatest
about
things.
that.
I actually want to find, there was one little, it was a dealer option in some cars, and it was an aftermarket option you could buy for pretty much any car. And I want to find one and put it in the truck. It was a self-lighting cigarette dispenser.
Oh, yep.
I need one of those.
What?
Yep.
It's you load it up with
was like a
cigarettes.
box, and you just hit a button, and it would light it and drop it down, kind of like an automatic toothpick.
What the fuck?
Yes.
That is fucking
You push
cool.
the button, and a cigarette would drop down into a tube. You'd leave it there for 10 seconds, grab the cigarette out, and it was lit and ready to go.
That's fucking
Yep.
cool.
You'd load it up with a pack of cigarettes.
Just
It was a
Imagine how much of a
self-lighting.
baller motherfucker you were rolling down the street. You got some, girl with you or something, like, you want to smoke?
Clinchink.
there you go.
And then she...
Big tactile mechanical buttons on it.
Oh, and see,
Spring loads.
that is the thing that I miss the most. Well, because I'm an analog person. I'm not big into the digital shit and that. I mean, except like the 80s digital shit, because that's just, fucking cool. But I love just the analog click, clunk,
Mechanical.
and you feel it, and there's gears moving. And it's pushing another button and going to a microchip. It's you push that, and that goes to a tube, and that tube's activating your radio, and it's like even though you're not supposed to do it, one of the best things that I'm like, it's like Mike's moment type deal.
He said, Mike, that's gonna be a new thing now.
Oh, Mike's moment is with my receiver at home, taking the AM/FM tuner dial, just that light tune with the weight of it and that, it'll go from one end all the way to the other on this pulley
It's
system.
like somebody spinning a ball bearing.
But it's not like hard. You just go boom, and with the weight of it, it'll fully go, and it is the best feeling ever. You know that feeling.
Oh, I know that feeling.
You're satisfied doing it. Like it's like, oh, I'm doing stuff. Look at me, I'm doing stuff.
I'm shifting gears and adjusting timing while driving.
Exactly. Like it was like with the Model A's and T's and all that shit. Like you didn't have a gas pedal on the floor. You did this. You're doing this.
You gotta adjust your fucking timing while you're going and everything.
You know what the first car was that had the setup that we know today as far as steering wheel, gas pedal, shifter, and all
Cadillac.
that? Yep.
Yeah. What was it? 30.
Late 30s,
Yeah, I
early
think,
30s.
I thought it was a 39. It could
Might
have
have been right around. That might have been mid 30s. Yeah, it was Caddy. Caddy was the first one to introduce the driving.
Yep,
that we are used to
the
today.
gas pedal on the right, brake in the
Yep.
middle, clutch on the left.
You know what I miss too? push button selectors on the radio to switch your radio station.
That-
That was the
That's
C.
what he was just
Yeah.
talking
Oh,
about. Yeah.
here, what
I
about for
missed that.
technology too? What about button shift transmissions?
Yeah.
Those were cool until you got the Russian Soviet cars where you would hit the button
And your
it
finger
goes
would go all the way
through
through
the-
it. Your
I
finger
just
would get
lost-
stuck.
We just lost reverse.
wonder how Kalashnikov was doing with their electric car they came out with a few years ago. The AK-47 maker. They came out with an electric car like 5 or 6 years ago. I wonder how that's going for them.
They did not make the electric car. The electric car made it.
Oh, very good.
The reason you don't see it now is because the thing is it actually turned into an AK-47.
Shit.
Yeah. You bought the car, you got an AK-47, they threw away the car.
Isn't that like those dealerships that like offer a free gun when you buy a car? Is it like that?
God
Yeah.
damn, gotta love Texas.
What a country.
What a country. But what else? There's a lot of cool shit.
I'm just trying to think of other stuff because again, like guys, we don't plan this shit. So shit, I mentioned a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might just dial back through the old text message stream. We'll really find more stuff. Not a lot of exciting things happening in the car world. Oh, the CEO of Nissan. More people got caught charges in that for helping him escape from Japan, including his son.
Oh,
and
really?
An ex-Green Beret he hired.
Oh shit.
And what do we got? A new Z coming, right?
Yeah, there's been a couple of concept renderings. And I've seen
Apparently a 3JZ Supra
3JZ
supposedly
Supra,
happening too.
supposedly
Coming after the C8.
supposedly pushing close to 8,000 horsepower.
Did you see their new 2020 Nissan Frontier that looks like the 2009 Nissan Frontier?
Wait, are you talking about the 2005 Nissan Frontier that just looks like the exact same thing as the 2003 Nissan Frontier that looks just like the flagship 1999 Nissan Frontier?
Yes!
Oh, yeah! I know what you're talking about, those things.
Literally, you can park a brand new one next to one with 150,000 miles and go, what one's the new car?
I don't know.
You'll point at the wrong one.
That one? I don't know.
Cheap!
No one cares.
Same thing.
See, no one cares.
So, how about that? The fact that the Treep still looks horrible.
Yeah.
The what?
The Treep, the Jeep truck, Treep.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I saw a
Oh.
Gladiator today.
Hold on. You got the. It's either the. Do you call it a Treep or do you call it a truck?
It's a
I call
Wrangler
it
that somebody
ugly.
glued
Or do
a
you call
bed
it
to.
junk? It's junk. There you go. Hey, I found it. It's called junk.
Junk.
I will.
I like the Gladiator.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know why, but I just think it's cool.
It's okay. Lots of people have bad taste in cars.
I know. I drive a Grand Marquis. What can I say? Anyway.
No, that's a good taste in cars. That's a Panther platform. You're good. You're solid. You're
You're a Grandma
golden.
Keith,
Yeah, no.
bruh.
In a Grandma Keith, you are driving one of the greatest utilitarian sedans ever built.
And it took a rather big beating from me. And guess what?
Still ticking.
That's
Besides the Miata, a Panther platform is the answer.
Yeah.
It doesn't leak any oil either.
No, mine's clean.
Yes, it is. I can attest.
My car's clean underneath.
But
No,
oh, by the way, so my friend, after fuel filter replacement, how
Okay,
new
so
is your
hold
car?
on. Are we Russian now? Are we
Oh,
comrades?
I apologize.
Are we comrades?
How does
after I changed fuel filter, yeah, it's definitely picked. Acceleration has picked up greatly. In
I
that
would
thing.
not. We took fuel filter off and pour out the one end and nothing come out.
One side came out clean, the other side came out jet black.
And then after we got everything out, you go like.
And then I did it, and then this chunk just
It
spewed
went-
out
Black
like
chunks.
that. It was like, whoa! Yeah, it's definitely running a lot better.
That is very good. I figured it
Yeah.
would be. That's very good to hear. I'm very happy about that.
But I kind of like the Gladiator. I mean, it's not everybody's taste. I like it
Some
just
people
because
like the Honda Ridgeline. I mean, so.
I hate the Honda Ridgeline. I think
Like
it's
my neighbors.
disgusting.
There's one right down the street.
Ridgeline from Honda, so you can pop VTEC while crawling mountains.
The only thing I don't like about there's
Do
two
you
things.
want all of the utilitarianism of a car with the looks and fuel mileage of a truck? Well, come over to Honda because we've got the vehicle for you.
Is that what Hyundai's about to do with that thing they're going to release in a couple of years? That
Oh,
Santa
no.
Cruz, that truck they're going to be coming out. Oh, trucks! Okay, the Courier. What do you guys think of? I know we talked about how we don't like how it's front-wheel drive and whatnot, but what about the Ford Courier?
See,
Hold
no,
on.
I don't. I'm okay with that.
I'm
you know
okay
why?
with it too.
Because it is the way that they're there really hasn't been too much marketing on it or that, but the way that it's like being portrayed as is that it's gonna be for the people, like, so you got, the people that are buying like the little Ford like the little Transits,
Yeah.
and like the Ram Cities and all that, not the big businesses that need, the big vans, but like flower shops, shit like that. That's what it's going after. So okay, so you have a business where you have stuff, but you don't really want to just throw it in the back of like a van type deal, but you need to be able to slide some rocks or something, like, or your pool business and that. You don't want to put all that chemicals inside the van with you and that.
It'll be the perfect little truck.
It'll be the perfect little
It's
truck.
cheaper than all the other trucks out there.
It's cheap. It'll be fuel, like, have good fuel economy.
Mhm.
Like, you're not it's what the Ranger was. Just front wheel drive, but can you blame them? At this point, you're probably going to have better acceleration, handling, and that, and plus,
And knowing Ford,
it's going to fill a hole in a market
Yeah.
that doesn't exist here in America.
yeah,
Right. Well,
the
and
delivery truck.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just think the way it's set up on the like the car platform.
Yeah.
So it's going to handle, ride well, not that much road noise, and it's going to be.
I thought it was based on the van chassis, the Courier van.
they're front wheel drive little
Yeah, but
chassis.
they're based off of.
I think they're based off
they're
the.
on-road chassis. They're car chassis.
Yeah,
I get
so
you,
I mean,
get
it's
you.
nothing. You're not going to have the bumps and bangs
Right.
and all that of a normal small truck. It's going to be more
It's,
comfortable.
Yeah.
it's not going to be for a construction worker that
No.
needs to tow a trailer onto a job site.
No,
Right.
it's
It's
gonna
for,
be,
like you said, it's for the florist that needs to, transport
Yeah, and
flowers.
at
It's
like
for-
20 grand or 21, whatever they're saying.
Yeah. Or like
and
a
I don't know
little
if you've seen the
nursery
one and only
type
picture of it, but it looks
It
good.
looks good, yeah.
And Ford, give us a Courier ST, please. And yeah. Could y'all imagine? Could y'all
That'll
imagine?
never happen.
Oh, imagine I'm trading in my car for that shit.
Dude, oh man, oh yeah.
It'll never happen, though.
Yeah, it won't.
Because Ford hates us. They
I
give
hate
the
it.
best cars to the other countries.
And then they go, hey, here's a taste of it. We're cutting all the cars out of our lineup.
And that's what's stuck into all this shit. Go BTW on another side tangent there. Here we go. Ready for this? Did you guys see that Mazda has fully revealed the full concept version of the Vision Le Mans?
Yeah, it was
On
on Gran
Gran
Turismo.
Turismo.
Really?
The new RX Vision, and it's holy crap.
It is beautiful. It is wonderful. And as Jalopnik said today, Mazda, just hurry up and fucking make it.
Seriously.
Literally, that's the title
Yeah,
on
you got
Jalopnik was
that
Mazda,
thing-
hurry up and fucking
That
make
thing
it.
takes the Furai and makes it look like a Furai came from the Stone Age.
I saw the
I have
picture.
to see this.
Oh, it's just, it's
Should
so.
be, well, yeah, but
It's
It is.
ridiculously beautiful.
It is.
Okay, Mazda, make that car.
yeah.
Come
yeah.
on.
Start making it now.
We got our patents for the inline six. We know you guys are doing it. Come on, come on, come on. We're ready for
Just
it.
go on ahead and make that car,
Yeah.
Mazda. That way somebody can buy it, and then a year later I can buy it off of them off the used market.
And rotary swap.
Or a flood happens.
Wait,
And-
it's not going to be rotary?
No, inline six.
Really?
Yep.
Which, okay, my thing
I'm
is,
okay with it. I
yeah,
get it. I
because
get
at
it.
least it's an inline six. It's something different. There's not that many inline sixes.
Yeah,
There
and
are no
when-
inline sixes anymore.
Yeah, and when's
Except
Mazda
for
ever
what,
had a,
BMW?
BMW,
Yeah,
well,
Yep, and when has Mazda ever had an inline six in the American market?
never.
Right.
Exactly.
They did slightly.
That's just
in
like
the Japanese
Ford.
market.
Ford, can
They
we
did.
please have the Barra in something, for God's sakes?
Hurry up!
And the Courier!
The inline six in the Courier.
Dude,
It
a
doesn't
Barra
even-
Courier!
It doesn't even have to be the turbo one. Just throw the
No,
regular
just give me a
straight
regular
six.
Barra. Oh, that'd be sweet.
Oh,
That-
Imagine
Hey.
that straight pipe.
That van would be a monster.
The noise that would
Somebody's
make.
gonna do it. Somebody's gonna do it. They're
Yep.
gonna do it.
That thing would be an absolute beast.
And yeah, I'm interested to see what this whole 3JZ Supra thing is gonna be all fixing about. I'm not quite sure.
You know what it's going to be called? No traction. That's what it's
Yeah.
going to be called. You're going to be blowing tires
Oh,
off.
I saw my first C8 in the wild.
Here?
Yeah, I did actually. I probably wasn't from around here, but it was that gray color they come in, that the Battleship gray or whatever.
Nice.
It looked good. It had
Hey
a,
man, oh no, hold
I have
on.
not
It's
seen one
it's
yet.
hey man, I have a sick build coming on. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap my car Nardo Gray.
Yep. It looked good. It had the
Everybody.
had the one package on it with the black wheels and the black wing and everything. It looked fucking good. But I like the one with the Miata printed on it.
That looks fucking perfect.
It does.
That was perfect. Oh shit,
I like
what was
that.
the one that I saw that had the F-150 front end on it? I don't know what it was, but it fucking worked.
You see the Jeep Yada?
Yeah, well, and then there was also...
Don't worry, Jeep Yada can't hurt you. Jeep Yada exists.
It exists.
Oh no, there was a four-eyed. They did a four-eyed Mustang with a front end on it, and I forgot what one it was, and it fucking worked. It fucking worked. Like it's
Some
amazing.
of them I've seen have worked really good.
What was that one? I don't remember what it was, but it had a Honda Accord front end swap on it. I think it was an R34.
Oh, it was an R34, and it looked
right.
great. It looked great.
That was like, wait a minute, something here is different.
What's
Yeah.
going on? Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, no, there's been some like those guys that do that. That, dude, like some of them are like, oh, okay, that's just like a complete hat job. They didn't even try to line stuff up. And then there's times where you're like,
Wait a minute.
Why did you put this much work into this?
like that. Oh, what was it? Did you see the Coutantage one? The white Coutantage? It had a front end. I forgot what one it was on it, but it was amazing. Like,
The Viper with the Miata printed.
it took away the pop-ups, but it still made that car look like, even without the pop-ups, and you know that's a. It made it look fucking amazing. Shit, what the hell's the website? Well, the Facebook called on that.
I don't even know.
Because it was just like, oh,
What
what was it?
I think the Accord one I saw was on Shitbox Nation. That's what.
Oh, shitbox Nation.
That's a fun page. You can't post anything in there without getting wrecked.
Yep.
Oh, and just a fun little like personal story here. Will, how was your first experience with compressing springs? What'd you think about that?
Yeah, let's not do that shit ever again. It literally took us 2 hours on a Chevy Spark, which, fuck you, GM, for this.
You mean Daewoo?
Whatever it is, junk.
Like a
We're
weird.
not
ass
selling
setup.
quick struts. You can't buy quick struts anywhere for that car.
Yeah. No.
Nowhere. You literally got buy struts. You got to take springs off, put them on.
Yep.
So we did that. 2 hours in the first spring. We were sitting there trying to, use the contraption on the floor, which should have been mounted on a wall, which would have been way easier to do. But we had it on the floor. Finally, we get the spring, bzz, 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 put it back in. The second spring literally took me and Daniel 45 seconds to line it up, buzz the nut on, we were done. Strut was in, car was done, send it.
But a couple times though, like the spring moved a little bit.
It moved, and me, Allie, and Dave, we both jumped up and ran away.
Alright, if we're going to talk about that, I got to tell a story.
It's like, nope,
Oh,
no.
look, Chris has got a good
I've got a
spring
good
story.
one. I've got a really good one for
Yes,
you.
he does.
I'm going to put this down. Okay,
Because I don't
now
want you to
I am
whack me.
terrified of compressing springs.
Oh,
I
I
hate
am too.
doing
That's
it.
why you just cut 'em with the grinder.
I hate doing it.
Right.
It's one of my least loved things to do on a car is to compress coil springs to change struts out. Now I'm doing this at the shop for the first time at Kia. And I'm over there and I'm like standing off to the edge and turning it like a quarter turn at a time and being all like nervous about it, right? So my coworker sees me being all terrified of it.
Oh no.
He walks up behind me, and he's 4 or 5 feet behind me. There's a lift on, right behind me though.
Oh, no.
He takes a hammer while I'm turning on it and hits the side of that lift with a hammer.
Watches Chris probably jump 20 feet in the air.
Okay, that's not what happened. What happened is,
Did you feel a little?
nope, I couldn't. This is gonna be a little graphic, guys. So if you're sensitive to this stuff, go ahead and turn the volume down real quick. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Shit your pants.
I tried to shit my pants, but my asshole had slammed shut like a fucking vault door. Every single muscle in my body tensed. I came this high off the ground, but I did not jump.
Levitated.
I just levitated through the power of will off the ground. And I just hear laughter behind me.
Sabrina loved that beer.
Yeah.
She just finished off my fucking drink.
All I hear is fucking laughter behind me. I'm sitting there going through, a mild coronary event, and they're laughing their asses off behind me, and I'm just like, oh God, I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was dead. I thought the spring went through my chest. I was scared.
There was a couple instances when me and Danny were doing that spring.
Well,
that I
well,
honestly
here's
thought
the-
it was.
well,
I
yeah.
thought it was going to go.
Here's the
when
thing,
we
Chris,
started
when
with
you-
when we started with the manual ones, and I'm over there with the impact, right? All the sketchiness in the world is happening right now. Daniel's trying to hold the spring. Allie's underneath it, right, holding the bottom of it. I'm on top with the impact, going, and the other one went chink
Yes.
like that. I just dropped the impact. Nope. I'm done here.
And here's the thing about this compressor, Chris. So it's got the handle. You go down the handle very slightly, and it starts moving. Then it goes about an inch and it goes boom really quick.
God.
Like, so like you're trying to come down on the spring, but nice and slow, and all of a sudden it goes boom and pushes down, like compresses the spring. You're like, go, quick, go. And when you let off, it starts bleeding the air out and starts coming back. So if you line everything up, you gotta go fucking quick, or else it pulls back and pulls everything out of line.
Oh God.
But it literally, it took us a little while to figure it out, and once we got it, like I said,
Oh yeah, the machine is fucking butter. I love that machine.
the second spring literally took us 45 fucking seconds, dude. It's like line up, on the air handle, lined up, done, putting a nut on, we were finished. Tighten it down, done, and I was like,
The little Chevy Spock drove like a little go-kart. Because that's about all it was.
well, before it was, because I thought I did something wrong, because when we put it back on the ground after I got done, it looked like a freaking
Oh yeah,
it had a North Carolina squat going on.
They have everything hadn't set yet, Like it's up, and he's like, "It's all right." I'm like, "Yeah." When I said from here to backing it out of the shop, it'll level out. Will's like, "You sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, it's good. Don't worry."
I was like,
That's when you just slam on the brakes a couple times, get it to pop down, and
And
okay, it's set, it's set. Jump up and down on the hood, you'll be fine.
Well, you get the Kia ones all the time that the struts actually lock up. They won't compress past a certain point.
Ooh.
So you're riding like this, and they don't move.
oh, speaking of strut, I got a weird strut noise coming from the right front of the sole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's doing a clunk. I'm
Okay.
hearing it. So I may need to do-
That's normal.
So please tell me there's a quick strut for that.
They make quick struts for them, but
Yeah.
if it were me, I would just listen to the noise.
I'm pretty sure it's a strut on its way out.
I would listen to the noise if I were you.
Yeah, I've been listening to my noises for a while. I need to replace all mine though. My noises are getting really bad.
My rear ones
I mean,
make
there's a
noise because
god
it's
awful
just
hammering
fucking
noise out of the
bumps
driver's
whole rear
front
end
suspension in that
bumps
truck.
Or my stress could be blown. I don't know.
Well, it's getting to the point where it's kind of more fun now. It makes my car go faster because the front lifts so much.
I just listen to the
mine's
noise.
fun. Mine doesn't move.
If it makes a new
Oh, mine's
noise,
fun
I'll be
too, but now
concerned
that like they're all
about
getting
it.
so
But
worn out,
until
when I
then,
lay into it,
I'm
the back
that
compresses
makes a
down so
noise.
much.
Yeah,
like,
well,
all
it
over the
hasn't,
car
like,
lifts and
I
makes
used
it
to
feel
wait into
faster.
a noise, but I heard it the other day and I was like, that's new.
I had to clear out my car.
It's probably
the other day
actually
when
the
I was going
ball
to
And
shop.
it's pulling to the
Put it
right.
in neutral.
It
And
might be the ball joint. Black,
I don't know, I have to get it.
black. My
I
car's
gotta
driving
take it
so
one
much
day.
better now.
My wife
I do
hates
it
driving
every
that
once in a
thing. My wife hates driving.
What,
Yeah.
the Soul?
Oh, she no,
Merc?
Merc.
Why?
It's too big for her, dude. She's used to whipping the soul in small places, dude. She drives that thing, it's like driving a battleship down the street. She ain't used to it. I am. I can put that car anywhere.
Yeah.
Her, she's smacking curbs and everything.
Say,
and I'm like,
anytime I ride in a Merc, we get like halfway down the road, I'm like, oh, I'm going to bed.
Right?
That's
I'm
how
going to bed.
We had a Lincoln Town. My
Like,
dad.
no, seriously,
Yep.
like the last time me and Will went someplace, we got halfway, like we were just going to the fucking gas station to get beer. I'm like, alright, I get there. He's like, you okay? I'm like, dude, I'm just tired for some reason.
That's definitely a comfortable car.
Oh, it's
to drive.
comfortable.
Dad's town car, I used to describe that thing as the moving couch.
That's what mine
That's
is.
what it
Because
is.
that's
feels
what they
like.
are. They float. You don't ever actually feel anything from
No.
the road. It's
No.
just,
Like you might get a random like, whoa.
yeah. You get a little wobble,
Yeah.
but it's a smooth wobble.
You
It's
get
an
a wobble,
oscillation,
like-
not a hit.
Yeah, it's not a left or right or front and back. It's like a DA. It's a,
Yep.
okay, there.
I gotta go tinkle. Second beer, everyone?
Yes, it's
Yes.
in the fridge.
I'll be right back.
But yeah, no.
Yeah, we were going down a certain road in Mexico, and Or
Bumpy road too.
this bumpy road, and I was coming through there about 75, 80. Just it was a really hilly section in Mexico, which is kind of odd.
Okay.
But I mean, it was just
Yeah, they float.
float, dude. Perfect float.
And that's about the right speed for them too. Like that chassis
Oh,
likes to do.
That's what it's meant for.
That chassis just likes to do 80.
It's
Yep.
meant to be on the highway. You're on the interstate. You're.
When I drove that car back and forth to Jacksonville, 80, 85 the entire way,
Yep.
dude. And that car absolutely loved it. My fuel economy was 500 miles out of a tank of gas in that thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, you also got a 30-something gallon fucking tank.
17, 18 gallon tank.
30-something gallon tank. So.
18 gallon tank in that.
Yeah, 30. Yeah, 30.
I used to ride Dad's town car up to Gainesville, and that thing just loved to be on the highway.
Yeah.
Just put it on the highway and let her eat.
Like, not even back roads, just highway, straight.
Yeah.
Look, go.
It's a cruiser. It's just, let me get it up to 80, 85 miles an hour and let her run.
Mm-hmm. At that point, you're only doing not even $2,000.
It'll do some pretty awesome one-wheel peels, too.
Uh-huh.
I left a good one
Well,
the
you,
other
well,
night.
you got to think with, and this is what Brian explained to me when it comes to a one-wheel field. So with posi and that, when they both start going, you're doing your normal speed. But with the one wheel going on, it basically multiplies it. So your wheel, instead of being at the 30 miles per hour that it is, with it not going through, is sending all the power that way. It basically.
Bottle opener?
Oh, I did get the
I
fancy
think, I
beer.
think, I think it's gonna need them.
It basically just multiplies it. So that's why when you do some one-wheel peels, it leaves bigger, longer, more smoke in that than the two-wheel one with the different gear, just because it basically multiplies it. Fun fact, I did not know that.
I have brought the beer made of fancy.
Also, that is not a box beer, is it?
Huh?
Is that a box beer or not? Because I know it's a German
No, it's
beer.
oatmeal stout.
Okay, I just want to
No,
make
it's
sure.
a Stout.
Just want to make sure, because you know what happened last time when I had a
Yeah, no box beer for you.
Box beer?
box.
Box.
Bach. Oh,
Bach.
no,
Shiner
I
Bach?
know that. I know that.
You can,
No box or no Belgian wheats for you, sir.
Well, no, I just can't have Blue Moon. I can have Blue Moon, but I can only have two because for some reason, Blue Moon makes me.
I went
Blue
on- I
Moon
went on a
is like
fancy tangent
tequila.
tonight.
Tequila on me just makes me go to sleep in a dog bed.
I have pictures of that.
Two Blue Moons, I want to fight everybody, and you know what? You might be 7 feet tall, but I'm gonna kick your ass in my head.
so who brought this one?
I did.
Would you like me to read it?
Go ahead.
Okay, this is Samuel Smith Old Brewery Tadcaster Oatmeal
I
Stout.
was gonna say.
And they even come in Victorian bottles. Samuel Smith's celebrated oatmeal stout, an opaque, wonderfully silky and smooth textured ale with a complex, medium dry palate and a bittersweet finish. Brewed with well water, the original well sunk in 1758 but is still in use. Malted barley, roasted barley, oatmeal, yeast and hops, fermented in open-topped Yorkshire squares. This celebrated oatmeal stout is a benchmark revived by Samuel Smith in the hundreds of inspirational commercial oatmeal stouts. And there's even a picture of him tending to the oatmeal if you'd like to look.
And that says knocking down the livery head of yeast formed during fermentation in stone, with an apostrophe beforehand, stone Yorkshire squares.
Yes.
Yes,
Noodly good man.
Yeah, do we have any Yorkshire puddings for tonight? You know?
Gentlemen, I must say this shit is dark.
And this is from, just to let you know, this is from Tadcaster in New York's England.
Ooh, this smells dank, man.
It's got a dank smell?
It's dank.
What is that?
That is
That is
yeast.
dank.
That is a yeast smell. This has a very strong
Woo!
yeast smell to
That
it.
is the smell of
That-
West Virginia.
West Virginia, Mountain Mama.
Celtic Conundrum says that they are big fans of said brewery.
Oh, well, this is high hopes.
Oh,
Okay, everybody.
Hold on.
What? Hold on, we're sniffing still. These sniffers work.
Okay, does anybody else smell kind of like a raspberry hint to that?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So it's not just me, like, not
No,
like,
there's a,
Yeah,
there's
no,
a,
so you
like, but not
like
like
a fruity kind
a
of,
fruity sourish.
yeah,
like
sour
a,
It's got-
fruity
it's definitely
smell.
got a fruit smell
I did
to
smell. I
it.
dunked my nose a little too far in. Okay, airplane social distancing.
Clink,
Clink.
clink, clink, clink.
oh, they're making fun of your English.
Oh, thank you for English. It's not very good.
That is a very intense stout right there.
Mm.
That has a
Oh!
lot of flavor.
Oh wow, you get that well.
Whoa,
you get
at
that
the end,
well
at the end.
finish right at the end of it.
Raisin. Full on raisin.
Yep.
And it's
Yeah.
raisins. That's what it is. You get the.
But then it goes away.
Yeah.
It tastes old.
It
I like
doesn't go.
though.
It doesn't hang out.
No, but you
Like
get that. You
Brian
get
would
that.
say, it doesn't hang out.
No.
There's
It
the
doesn't-
taste and it's gone.
But that's a full on like raisin right at the end. Just all of a sudden it's like boom. I just ate a couple of raisins and oh, it's gone. It's gone. We're good.
Okay, so really weird.
Yep.
You know what I'm picking up at the end? You know that taste you get like metallic?
Yeah, it's that
Yeah,
well.
the metallicness of the
that's,
well water
that what
there.
it
That's
is?
the well. That's the well water in it.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It tastes old. Like, I don't know.
I like it.
I like it too.
I feel like I
It's
should
not
be,
bad. I dig it.
I feel like I should be fancier with this. Like I love the artwork.
Oh yeah.
That's what got
And the
my
cool old
attention
and the
first.
cool
was-
old bottle too.
Yeah, that's what got my attention first was the bottle, and I stared there. I stood there and looked at it for like 5 minutes. I was like, huh, and I read everything, and I was like, I'm going with this.
What alcohol are we? I wonder.
5.5.
Not bad.
That is almost like a warm brown.
And that's the thing. Like it.
You know what?
This
Actually-
is cold, but it's not cold. So it's a cooler.
I'm
Like
wondering
our
if it's supposed
temperature
to be
right now
warmer, though.
is cooler. So it's
I'm wondering if it's supposed to be warmer though.
well, it's
It
probably
almost
it's-
tastes like a warm brown.
it's about
I'm gonna let
40
I'm gonna let my warm
It's
up
about
a little.
45
I think
degrees
it's-
right now. It
yeah.
ain't cold, and I think this is the perfect temperature. I think. Right
Yeah.
now.
It does taste pretty damn. I like it, and like I love the bottles too. The old Victorian bottles are fucking.
Oh,
sweet.
and I was just reading a thing on here at the bottom. It says Samuel Smith's brews at a small traditional British brewery, the oldest brewery in Yorkshire.
Really?
Yeah.
We're drinking from the oldest brewery in Yorkshire.
That's what you're tasting right there.
That's it.
Tradition.
And
That is-
you know what? That's what I like about it.
I
That's
figured
the
out
thing.
what this tastes like.
Uh-oh.
You are in a 1975 Rolls Royce and you just licked the dashboard.
Yes!
You're dead on. How did you just do that?
Oh yeah!
Like, no, that's actually, guys, he is exactly
Like,
accurate.
It's vintage dashboard.
Like I just like every time I saw Jeremy Clarkson
no,
going good car.
Hold on,
yeah.
what kind of car?
A 1976 Rolls Royce.
Wait.
It tastes like a.
Good.
Oh God, it
Yeah,
does.
there
It
is.
tastes like a V12.
It tastes like Jaguar smell.
You guys have all let it sit for a second?
Yeah.
All y'all dive in one more time.
Now it definitely tastes like Jag.
But it's.
Is there a hint of brandy in that?
I don't. It's
Maybe.
almost. I don't want to describe it as a must, but it's almost like. But I love it.
No, it's the yeast.
It is the dude.
It tastes like liquid bread.
I'm
It's
pretty
a
sure
yeasty-
the warmer this gets, I think the better
Dude,
it's gonna
okay,
It's got a very
so, hold on.
yeasty taste
That's
to it.
good.
Sandy sent me a picture. Hold on.
I like that.
That has very much has a. You
Oh,
know,
hey.
It's very.
Okay, so she just sent one. That's one. Sandy, what is that? I'm trying to zoom in on the picture. It's a Samuel Smith one, but it's an organic chocolate stout.
Whoa!
Yeah.
might
I
have to
saw
find
that, I'd have grabbed
We
it
might have
because-
to find that.
Because I haven't missed with a chocolate beer yet.
Yeah, Sandy just sent me that.
Oh, I've got to find
But
that.
yes, it tastes like my Jaguar smells.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it tastes
well-
just like my Jaguar.
And that's the thing. Like the more I taste it, like this beer fully, like all I can picture is
Old
it's-
English car.
it is 1975, 1976.
Oh, perfect
You are,
for tobacco.
You are
Ooh,
in
complement
an
tobacco
English
very well.
an English hillside pub. You are having everything's just dark wood paneling,
Nice.
dark everywhere.
Warm
You're-
brown beer.
You're having warm brown beer. You're in your
Yep.
tweed jacket, and you're just smoking
Sweating
a
my dick.
cigar.
Smoking a pipe.
Yeah,
Smoking a
smoking a
pipe.
pipe.
Mhm.
Just going. You know what? Give me some land and a Yorkshire pudding.
Oh, really? This complements tobacco actually like really,
It
really
does.
well.
It really
especially
does
one of
well
those
with
probably.
tobacco.
Oh my gosh.
Well, he's
Oh,
doing
definitely. I have
the
a cigar.
jazz. He's doing the jazz,
Wow.
because the jazz has that fruitier hit to it.
Oh my
so
gosh.
yeah, so that's probably a perfect thing right
That
there
is.
with that.
Yeah, if you guys are gonna dive into that for like a good sentimental sip, light a cigar.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
A good
wow.
cigar.
See, I gotta get these
Yeah,
cigars
good
because
one.
my humidor ended up molding over. I let it I didn't tend to it, and
Got a
it
little
dropped.
too humid.
No, it dropped in humidity,
Ah.
and it molded up. So I only had three or four cigars in there. So,
Very, very.
but I'm kind of pissed because they were like my fancy cigars. That
I don't
paid,
know. I
like,
think it's
$700 a
very.
piece for.
I think it's a very complex beer. I mean,
I agree. There's a lot of flavor happening. It all happens the right way.
Ooh, apparently. Hold on, let me fully open up the message.
But yeah, so
Uh,
Samuel Smith's Old Brewery.
She said
This is
apparently
good.
007 drank this.
Oh!
Now which 007? Please tell me it was
Sean
Sean Connery,
Connery.
or at least Roger Moore. Like I don't care about any of the newer ones. Like it either has to be Sean Connery or Roger Moore. Anything besides that, I don't really like.
Gentlemen, this beer is delicious.
yes.
Yes,
Very good.
Yes.
So I always ask, are you good?
Oh yeah, you did good.
Oh yeah, I think we both did. Well, hell, I didn't
Yeah,
even
that
think
was
that
good,
one.
Dude, seriously,
Like
the
seriously,
warmer this
like,
is
I
getting,
told
the better it
I
tastes.
told Sabrina, I'm like, text your mom, tell her pick was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Her mom picked this out fully, not even like just was like, ooh, I like the color of
Yeah,
that.
and that's good.
And
Where
She
did
says,
you find
ABC.
ABC?
Because I've walked.
Bullocks on the pipe
ABC and
tweed.
Inverness, and it was the last
Wait,
four-pack
what
they
did she
had.
say?
She said bullocks on the pipe and tweed.
Yeah.
No, this is
Bollocks!
This
Oh,
is
it's bollocks!
This is pipes and tweed
Yeah,
and
it is.
English accents.
You just
and
renulted bollocks.
No, no.
You renulted bollocks.
bollocks.
Bollocks!
Bollocks.
There
That's
you
what I
go.
said. Bullocks. Bollocks.
Bollocks!
It's the same
Not
thing.
bullocks.
Bullocks to that.
Bollocks to that!
Bollocks to that.
So is it Renault or Renault?
I'll kill
Renault.
you.
Exactly, it's bollocks.
Bollocks!
So no, this is one of those out of the
I like-
out of the three. This is a James May beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is James
You
May.
can
in
see
a
James
beer.
May sitting on a countryside at a pub with a jag outside, sipping one of these out of one of
While
the...
he's building his model trains. Yeah, where
And there
this,
can't be, hey, there cannot be no neon signs in the fucking
no,
window.
no.
where this one,
That's definitely Richard Hammond.
this is Hammond. That's Hammond.
It's new!
Just like that.
It's new!
It's hair dye and teeth whitening. There it is.
No, stop. Now listen, guys, I have to interject here. This is a Clarkson.
No.
No,
No.
That-
That is Richard Hammond all day.
that is Richard Hammond all day. Clarkson would be just a straight
No,
on.
no, it's Clarkson when he's trying to be new. See,
Right.
it's got colors and abstract, in coffee,
It's
in
art.
beer.
This is
art.
art. See, Hammond? This is art.
You know, that's a fucking.
Has a car.
Bang, this beer has been designed since 1700.
Yes, this is the car
It's
with the
as old
mustache.
as me.
This is the car with the mustache.
Guys, has the car ever had a mustache before? It's coming out. Like seriously, when they did the detective episode where they drove the
Oh,
Jensen
go with the Interceptor.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is the beer they were drinking.
Yep.
Like this is it. Like, and I don't know. Like, guys with Celtic Conundrum, I don't know if you fully know. Oh yes, they know James May. Yes. Okay,
Yes.
so it's a thing of we love top original second string Top Gear and that's what we've always wanted this show to like be like is like their news section. Good news! There's a Dacia Sandero over there. But that's what we've always wanted to be, and for us to say this is definitely a James May beer.
Oh, yeah.
100%. His floral print shirts, everything.
Yep.
This is
Well,
James May.
you know what? Speaking of old and odd, I think we should roll into our Bring a trailer,
Alrighty.
because I'm excited to see what it is.
That's nice.
Is it
And
very
you know
nice?
what? And after that,
Alright, guys, it's going to be coming up on your
if
screen.
y'all are okay with it, let's just keep on going for a little bit and see. Because you got to admit, the other week I ended up getting a full-on headache, and you weren't there. But we
Oh,
were gonna do
you
three.
missed out on a chocolate
A
beer.
good beer.
Oh,
It was good, but
Oh, man.
it was one of those. I didn't even have any. Chris got there, and by the time Chris got there, I was asleep on the couch for 3 hours. My
Yeah, when
head
I got
was
there, he was out like a
This
light.
I can go back.
No, I walked in, and you.
Okay,
you
hey,
had
hey,
that
let's
look
do
on your
this
face
really
of
quick.
anger, and I was like, "What's wrong?" And you're like, "I just
What
had a
I
headache."
did.
Yeah.
And I was like,
All right.
"Ah, shit."
Let's
There
get to
goes the
this
night.
really quick, then we'll continue to
Right,
listen
here we
and
go. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 1985 Toyota Supra 5-speed.
Is it Celica Supra or just a Supra?
This is a Supra, sir.
Is that a Supra?
And it sure
Is that a Supra?
Is that a Supra?
Is that a Supra?
Is that a Supra?
This 1985 Toyota Supra is a P-type model that was delivered to New Fairfield Toyota of Fairfield,
Is that a Supra?
of Fairfield, California, and was reportedly remained with its original owner until 2017.
Wow.
Really?
Yes.
Holy crap! Like that's amazing.
Power is provided by a 2.8-liter inline-6 mated to a 5-speed manual gearbox with overdrive.
Is that the 7M?
5.
No,
That's
it's
a
a
5M.
5MG.
Features include gray leather interior, air conditioning, cruise control. Work in the last 3 years reportedly included a repaint in its factory super deep red, replacement of the timing belt, clutch, as well as installation of a MagnaFlow exhaust and KYB shocks. And approximately 6,000 of the 70,000 indicated miles have been added by the seller since acquiring the car last year. This Mark II Supra is offered with partial service records, factory manuals, a window sticker, clean Carfax, and clean California title in the seller's name.
That's good. I mean, that's
That's a recipe for a good car.
And it is immaculate, dude. I mean, as far as...
Are those factory wheels?
Yes.
Okay. I can't
Those
tell.
are
I can't
factory
quite tell.
wheels, sir.
It looks cherry.
Clean Carfax. I mean, it's a beautiful car. It really is. So, Daniel?
18. I'm thinking 18.
18. Mike?
I think I might be too high though.
I'm 13.5.
Yeah, it's kind of. Can I revise that to 15?
Chris?
I'm going 15.
What was the mileage again?
70,000.
70,000 original miles.
And that's full on document.
Well, that's
like,
and it's a two owner, right? The guy who got it.
Yeah,
got
it's
it
a
from the
second
original
owner.
All right,
Okay.
so that
He's
yeah.
put $6,000 on it.
I'm gonna say that low a mileage, even though it's been repainted, it was repainted in the exact same
Original
color.
Yeah, it's not-
And all the work done has either been like the timing belt and clutch, like that's normal.
And having a lot of documentation going with it, I think this goes up above 20,000. So I'm gonna say 21.
Ooh.
All of you were over. Mike was the closest, and he was
What?
only off by $450.
Oh,
Really?
It went for $13,050.
Wow.
Really?
Yep.
I guess we kind of we overtaxed the Supra a little bit
Well,
there.
well,
didn't we?
no, well, that's why I was figuring. I was figuring between 10 and like 13 because the second gen 8 doesn't really have that much of a following. Like the third gen has more in that. But that clean of an example, the fact that it is a two-owner car, the guy bought it
I
from
had
the
one of
original
these.
owner. Like, I mean, that's
I just
that's
anticipated it going for
Yeah.
more with those
And
statistics.
I missed that car so fucking much. Got totaled.
Like, I'm
But
surprised
it
that
was-
went for that cheap,
We'll be in a
honestly.
circle,
Yeah.
right, I think.
Like, I feel like that car was
Someone
worth more.
stole that fuck. I honestly believe someone stole that fucking car.
To be
This-
honest, I really think that car would have been like it
I should have
it
included this
should've
picture,
been.
but look at that gauge cluster, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it is-
I was looking at the cleanness of the car and the low mileage. I felt like that car was undervalued.
And I know that
And that's
it,
the original.
They had the
Toyota.
original fucking
and
window
that's the
sticker.
thing. I know that's only a 5-digit odometer, and normally I would say, it probably rolled over. And
No,
that,
look
but,
at it. It's-
well, yeah,
it's too
but that's
clean.
what I'm saying. The fact that it was from the original owner and it has all that documentation, even though it's partial service, it was from the original owner, and you can tell if that's only the things that.
I think that's a 6-digit odometer, sir. If you look closely.
Okay, it is. Well, most cars in the 80s
Yeah.
only had 5 digits, so that's like
that's
the
a
thing.
6-digit odometer.
But no, that's a very clean car.
and it's got the digital clock still
Bless
works
you.
in the center.
Bless you.
Bless you.
But yeah, no, it's one of those where
I like
that
it.
car.
I think it's fucking phenomenal, dude.
Obviously, the original owner, when they purchased it, took very good care of that car. If that was the only things that they had to do was a timing belt, which they probably just did because.
The timing belt was done in 2017, and the repaint was done in 2018.
Yeah, so the second owner got it, he figured, I might as well do a timing belt because
Clutch was replaced last year.
You also got to think it's a timing belt, not
Yeah.
a chain. So it's good to replace it, if he had the means to. But doing a belt and all he did besides that was a clutch and shocks, that goes to show how very nice that car is. Very nice that car is. So, well, and like I said before, we missed a week in that. So, do you guys mind just rambling on about
No, let's ramble
stuff
on.
and that? So, is there anything else like what were we going to talk about the week?
I've got something to bring
Yeah,
up.
go up. Come on.
So we were talking about the C8 earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, that's been a topic quite a bit.
But it's
Lots.
a big topic.
Lots of first generation, first year,
Issues.
first run issues with those cars.
It's like the 05 Mustang when the 05
Right.
Mustang came out. It was one of those you never want, like people.
You
got
never
bought-
want to buy the first year of something.
At least
ever.
a year or two after. Because
Let them
that's
work the
when-
bugs
yeah.
out first.
Yeah.
And people are finding some pretty serious issues
Well, you
with
look
the
at the
assembly of
You
those
look at
cars.
the stitching on the dash that goes like over like towards the
It's
passenger
a-
side.
Yeah.
And the way it does, it's like
Wavy stitch lines.
yeah.
Like, hold on, I
Like,
just
that
bought
wasn't
a
done,
very
like-
expensive car. Why does
now
my dash
see
look
if
like
that
this?
was like Bentley or Rolls Royce or something that was hand built. Seeing something like that, I know there was one person literally with a needle and thread sewing
Right.
it. That's expected.
Yeah.
This was an automated machine that's really probably fake stitching that's just glued down fucking
Yeah.
on there. It shouldn't be fucking like that,
Speaking of Corvettes, you know who Rob Ferretti is from Super Speeders, right?
Oh yeah, he got a wrecked one. He's doing a forward swap into it.
His
Well, that wrecked one he bought.
his ZR1 got wrecked.
Yeah. Well, that wrecked one he bought, that wrecked C8,
Yeah.
it was wrecked on the very first day it was bought.
Yep.
Somebody in a Honda Accord or something pulled out in front of him. Nothing the guy could do. It was total day one. So sad.
And it
But he's
didn't
got-
really
he's
look
got
like
two.
too
He
bad of.
wound up getting two of them. Dude. He's got an orange one and a white one.
It didn't even look like too bad of a hit, but the thing is, it's like when I got my Focus when I traded in my 03 GT. My insurance went up by $40 a month, and I'm like, what the hell? I went
And-
from a V8 two-door sports car to a five-door hatchback.
somebody
The
just-
reason why is because, and the insurance lady told me, she's like, listen, your car went from 2 airbags, yes, it was a V8, rear-wheel drive, all that stuff, to now you have an airbag in your steering wheel, a
Yep.
passenger airbag, one in both seats, curtain airbags all the way around, all the different technology. She's like, something, you get into a fender bender, all
the
those
car can be totaled.
sensors, you're looking at $5,000-$6,000 just in sensors, whereas
Yep.
the other car, it's a pressure sensor one, type deal.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, okay, like now I understand type deal, but it's like that, even though it didn't look, and when you look at the car that he got, it really wasn't too bad of a wreck. But because of all that shit, it probably cost $40,000-$50,000 worth of sensor damage and all that shit, which he's swapping all the shit out of it anyway.
Right.
It's good for him, but they were like, hey, yeah, no, you just bought this car for, this amount. For
I
us to
can't
fix
wait to
it,
see.
fuck that.
I can't wait to see fucking Cletus's one he got because he got
Yeah.
the blue one. He
Yep.
got that like Laguna blue with
Yeah,
the blue
which
interior.
I love that color. That
I
color
can't
with that
wait
interior
to
is
see
a
that thing
really
in the video.
good combination, I think. But there's just been so much stuff. Kia news that I saw today on Jalopnik. Kia's thinking about the next gen of Stingers possibly going all electric.
Well, the news that I have heard, and I can't confirm this,
Okay.
is
It's just
that the
something
Stinger is
up in the
Up
air.
in the air.
Done?
I saw that they.
No, it's not. From the news that's been disseminating down to me is this is the last year of the Stinger, guys.
Huh.
You know why? It don't sell.
Yeah,
You know why?
Sales of tanks.
Because it's comparatively priced with the other name brand
Yeah.
cars, which is, I have said this all along. Okay, Kia, I want you to listen. Kia North America specifically, I want you to listen to me very clearly here. Listen very carefully. Do not build a car comparative to the other cars. You don't have the badge for that.
Yeah.
What you need to do is you need to build a car
Slightly less.
lower than the other cars and make it priced proportionately.
Because
I
you
don't
got the
want to
warranty.
Listen, I don't want to buy a $50,000 Kia. I don't care how well it performs. I don't care. If I'm spending $50,000 on a car,
I'm gonna go get it.
I'm going to buy something with a badge.
Well,
So the only way that you beat that game
what about the?
is to beat the price.
Mhm.
Now, if I can buy a $30,000 car that performs like that $50,000 car power-wise, but doesn't have all the bells and whistles,
Plus, you get
I'm down.
Plus, and like you and Dan have said so many times, when you buy a Kia,
You don't buy the car,
You're not
you buy
buying
the
a car.
warranty.
You are buying the warranty, and hey, you get a car with it.
Exactly.
Because you know what? And I will
Hold-
say this:
hold on.
Kia has one of the best warranties out there.
Until it runs out. But anyway, what about the Telluride? The Telluride priced out with fucking options is knocking on fucking 50 grand, dude.
No, it's
But-
not.
The one I priced out was.
Okay, fully loaded, it's knocking on like 43. I think 43, 44. Okay, that's the Mac Daddy, absolutely every option ticked on that truck.
What I
Okay,
know
now hear me out. This is what I'm saying. Now, if you go down to Ford and you tick
does
off
get
all
better.
the boxes on an Explorer,
Oh, you're looking at $60-something thousand.
Yeah.
you're at $60,000. And that's why the Telluride's doing so well.
I was gonna say,
It's
I'm
the
seeing
luxury
so many of them.
SUV. It's the luxury crossover SUV
I fucking love them.
for 20 grand less.
Let's see the thing when I was associated Kia with and Hyundai is affordable. Besides cheap, if I was going to say affordability, because you can pick up a decent car with a fucking fantastic warranty for cheap.
Yeah.
But when they start trying, like the K900, for instance, what's the point of almost a fucking $70,000 fucking car?
Yeah, but have you actually
Why?
looked at this?
Yeah, I've looked at plenty of
Yeah,
them.
but you know what? Those things are actually very good cars.
I don't know.
No,
I've
I'm
never
with
been
him.
in one.
The problem with the K900 is it's comparatively equipped and comparatively priced with a 7 Series. Or I'm sorry, a 5 Series. It's the same car as like a 5 Series,
Yeah.
right? A fully loaded 540 and a K900 fully optioned are roughly the same car. And that's the problem.
When you can spend, 10
If
or
I'm
20
the
more.
guy that buys that car, I don't buy the Kia simply because when I'm at that fancy dinner party with my neighbors,
You don't want to be the.
I don't want to have to explain how I bought a Kia.
See, now
I don't want to argue the fact that, well, I bought the Kia because it's got this option and this option. No. I want to say I bought the new BMW. You know
See-
why? Because BMW is a badge that you buy.
See, now I would be the complete opposite because I would go with the Kia because I know if something breaks on that fucking BMW, which it will, it's gonna be so fucking
And if you're
expensive.
buying a fully loaded 5 Series, you
want-
have the money to fix it.
Still, it just
Yeah, but if you're up there in that price range, dude, you might as well buy an M5 and call it.
That's what I'm
fucking
saying.
day.
You've priced yourself out of the market with that.
They don't even sell that many of them, the K900s.
We don't even get them.
No, I know we don't, but I think like last year they sold, it was less than 1,200. I think it was like
Uh-huh.
1,100 something total, nationwide.
Yeah.
Bev Smith Kia down south, when I used to take the Solon to get his oil change
They
and
probably
stuff
got a
like
bunch
that,
there.
they had like fucking 9 of them
And they
lined
just
up
sat
out
there
front.
getting suntans on the lot.
And
didn't
I
they?
That's
remember
'cause
one
it's a
white
K900
one
dealership.
sat there for almost 7 months. It
The
didn't-
owners of
They
these,
moved it around a lot, but it didn't move anywhere
no,
else.
the owners of these dealerships, they buy into this program because you have to update all your shit at Kia just to have one, and then they send you a bunch of them, and then you never fucking sell them. They
Right.
sit there. You added all this extra shit, this extra showroom, this extra maintenance plans, these extra fences.
I asked
security.
if I could take one on
All
a
this
test drive. I said, the guy was like, he goes, I've seen you up here before, and every time you come up here, you always kind of gravitate towards the K900. I said, I do. I said, I just want to know what the hype is about with the price tag. He goes, well, what are you driving now? I said, I got a Soul. I said, here for its, oil change or whatever. And I was like, I said, I kind of want to take this thing for a test drive. Well, hold on there, buddy.
Let's run a credit app
And
first.
they were like, well, we have to do some paperwork before we do all that. I said,
Well, but
so
you
we
also-
can't just jump in it and drive? He
Well-
goes, no, not the K900,
Well,
sir. I was like,
it's-
I'm out.
But it's also I see their point though is because you know you go to any car dealership and you go to their higher end stuff.
Yeah.
It's a full on liability at that point.
Oh,
They
well,
gotta
yeah,
make
'cause
sure
you know
that
me, I'm going traction control off. Let's open its apps up on this thing.
Yeah, so it's one of those. It's like, hey, I want to go, test drive a, new Echo Sport, a fucking Ford. Yeah, here you go. Here, fucking.
Here's the keys. Bring it back in an hour.
Yeah, but it's like, hey, I want to go drive that, new King Ranch F-150. Ah, let's see if your credit's good right
Let's
now.
run you a credit app real
Yeah.
quick, see if you can even afford that
Because
truck.
not even that, it's one of those. If something happens on a test drive, they're like, oh, we bought that car, from the manufacturer for $10,000. Our insurance covers it. This fucking King Ranch truck. Nope, you're gonna have to cover that if something
Right.
like just even in pulling out of the parking lot, somebody
You know-
rear-ends you.
you know-
Like, nope.
You know what Angela's kind of gravitated towards right now? The new Seltos.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a functional little vehicle.
She's kind of gravitated
That's
towards
Kia
that.
understanding its market. That's, okay, we need a slightly bigger SUV than the Soul, but
But
not
smaller-
quite as big as the Sportage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because
We
the
need-
Sportage
we need
has
that
gotten
in
bigger.
between.
So it's
Yep.
basically what the Sportage used to be.
Right, because the Sportage got bigger.
Yeah, got
Yeah,
bigger.
and we're gonna fill it full of gadgets.
But still, it's one of those. My thing is I'm liking how finally the car manufacturers are realizing that over the last 10 years they fucked themselves out of
A large part of the
a
market.
large part of the market by making stuff bigger, and now it's like, oh, okay, so the Echo Sport, the new Echo Sport,
Mhm.
that's what the Escape used to be
Yeah.
the size, and then you
Right.
now got the Escape that used to be the size of Explorer, and Explorer is now the size of this, and it's like,
Yeah, the new Explorer is the size of an old Navigator.
yeah, a Navigator / Expedition.
Dude, I parked my truck next to Jeff's truck at work
Yeah.
the other day, and I couldn't believe how small that truck looks next to Jeff's.
Oh yeah, and Jeff's is a single cab crew.
That's the
No,
other-
Jeff's got a
Extended cab
GMC.
Chevy.
Yeah,
Chevy.
yeah, Chevy. Yeah, I know.
You see what Sandy said? She goes,
No.
what do y'all think about Saturns?
Saturn? They ain't made Saturn in years.
I used to own a Saturn back in the day.
I've owned a Saturn.
Knew somebody that died in one of those.
My
And I
grandfather
can tell you
owned
something, that is a car, I had a Saturn SL2, first gen.
That's what I had too.
4-door.
I had a 2-door.
4-door,
And cute. Oh,
4-door,
God.
5-speed.
I had to drive that.
To
thing.
quote
I
Firefly,
know it wasn't a wagon.
Saturn's
The
a
other
car
one.
you buy, it's going to be with you
Terrible.
the rest of your life. That's because it's a death trap.
It's
See,
recycled GM parts.
Well,
And it was, I'll just say this, that car could take an ass whooping, because I beat the snot out of that thing, dude.
Well, at the same time, I gotta say, y'all saw it at the house when it was, on babysit for, 4 months at my
That
house.
View.
Our friend Ashton's View. It had the 4-cylinder in it. Outside was kind of fucked up, but like paint and all that. But it was those plastic body panels that popped off and all that
Yeah.
shit. Interior, you saw the interior.
Yeah.
Interior was actually really nice.
Yeah, they
You know-
can stand up to some damage.
You know how many miles that thing had on it? 262,000 miles on that 2.2 liter.
I think before I got rid of mine,
And
mine
it
had
ran
like
still I mean-
204,000 on it.
Yeah, 262,000
What
miles
year was
that
that?
View had on it.
They were dependable.
That silver one that was at my
Yeah.
house for a while.
That's
He
a
took
flippy
care of it.
piece.
They were
He
dependable.
didn't take
Mine
care
was
of it,
four-door,
but it's
didn't
still
have
fucking
flip-up.
just.
Oh, mine was a coupe.
It was like a
It
J
was
seat.
tan.
It was
Mine
like a
tan.
J
Mine
chassis.
was silver, dude.
Ooh. My grandfather had
Silver
two
with
of
the
them.
black bumpers on
He
it.
had 2 of them at the same time. He had a teal one and a black one, 4-door, SL2.
It marks my path.
Oh, okay.
We used to go to a lot of
I'm-
House parties.
I'm gonna, I gotta.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about your bathroom, Chris.
Bye, Dan.
You gotta go? Alright, bro.
I think you already went.
Yeah, don't go in there for a little bit.
Did you turn the fan on?
I did.
Hey,
Okay, good.
do you need to see Sabrina about her purse? She's got stuff in there if you need it.
No, you're good. I
Okay, bye.
You're good. I love you. Long back.
Bye, Daniel.
Bye, Bonnie. So we're gonna hang out, the 3 of us, for a little while still.
Yeah, and the reason
and
is,
now
guys,
we're
and
doing
seriously, it's one of those is I think,
Saturns.
I really think Sandy's the only one watching us right now. But so Sandy, you're gonna hang out with us. So it's just, guys, the reason, and people
Warm
watching in the
brown
future,
beer.
the reason we're taking a little bit longer is the last episode we were down Dan to begin with, and then right before we went to start, I ended up getting a horrible headache and fell asleep for 3 hours on my couch, and so we just didn't do it. So we've been absent for the last 4 weeks. So we figured, you know, this one we'll just ramble on, do all our stuff, do everything like that, and we'll do that.
I drank 8.1% Mexican hot chocolate beers. I was feeling pretty good.
You did. And
We hung out for a while.
I woke up, he's like, do you want one? I'm like, nope.
Nope.
No,
Okay.
Water. No
Lord,
water.
Mike was
Water.
dead that night.
Mike was dead.
Mike died.
And I was
Hey!
fine the whole time up until about 5 minutes before you got there. Sabrina's like, why are you so cranky? I'm like, I'm not cranky. She's like, no, you're cranky. I'm like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden it just went, I'm not cranky.
Oh, I have a headache.
And it just went from, like, not just a headache, it was just, I gotta lay down. And I laid on the couch just like, okay, just give me a minute, give me water.
No,
Like,
I knew
ibuprofen.
something was up
And
when
all
I
of a
walked
sudden
in the
I
door.
went, you
Yeah.
walked in and you closed the door and I heard the ching of my, the storm door, and I'm like, fucking stop that sound.
Yeah, no,
And
I
that's why I
walked
looked at
in.
it like, hi, Chris.
I walked in and you just had the angriest look on your face, and I was like, "Oh, something's going on."
Yeah, it was seriously just one of those. It hit me, and I'm like, I'm out, guys. I'm so sorry. Sorry I made you drive all the way to my
You're
house.
fine.
Well, because I know your house, like, we're here at Chris's house. From my house to Chris's house is like 20 minutes and that. So it was one of those, like, at that point, I was pissed off at myself that I wasn't okay enough to do the show. Then I was pissed off because I made, well, you were already on your way and that. And I was like, there's dinner, just fucking eat, I'm going to bed. That's what it was.
And he laid down on the couch and had a nap.
Oh, yeah. So, hi, Jane.
Hi, Jane.
Hi. Yeah. Yeah, we're, and the, like y'all said, the warmer this
The
gets,
warmer it gets, the better
actually
it
gets
is. I'm
better.
almost wondering if we should not have put
I
it
think
in
that
the
was
fridge.
supposed to be a warm beer.
Hi,
Sabrina,
Sabrina.
try this. It's warm.
It's
but
warm
you know
and
what?
it's supposed to
This
be.
warm English beer, it should be it. It's amazing. It is amazing. It got better once it got
It
warm.
got better once it got warmer.
Here, Sabrina.
I'm walking in front of the camera.
No, sit down with us.
Well, I'm gonna get my cigarettes.
Because Dan's gone.
Well,
So,
yeah. I heard
hi
about-
everybody. Sabrina's joining us for the rest of our just randomly talking because we missed out.
Because we feel like
Yeah,
it.
we just feel like it. And-
Listen, we just feel like it, and that's all we have to say. I don't have to
Fair
explain myself to the audience.
Fair enough.
We're just gonna hang out.
On that note, I do gotta pee though. So come over to the topic, Sabrina.
Which
Mike,
topic?
grab a TV on your way back. Thank you, sir.
One for me as well,
Yeah.
please.
Jesus. That's a mess.
Because nothing says hungover like going to work in the morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there too.
So.
Celtic Conundrum says hi.
Hi guys.
Chris, may I use your bathroom and not try to open up that death trap?
Yeah, go
The
for it.
death
It's a
trap?
little dirty in there, though.
I will go in there and burn
That's
it.
funny.
Thank God I put away all my sex toys.
Woohoo.
Ba-dum-tsh.
So we talked about the spitty chair in the Buick Flamingo.
You?
Yep.
Bingo.
And the
Okay.
Thunderbird that had them.
Okay, so we talked about that.
We talked about the spare wheel and the Subaru under the hood.
I got another one. I got another one. Speaking of Subaru.
I know
Now
where you're
this is not 70s. I think this was 80s.
It definitely was 80s.
It was
I know where
80s.
you're going with this.
The Subaru Brat.
With the back
They
seats.
bolted
loves those.
2 plastic chairs in the bed
Racing seats.
across a bar
Yep.
with 2 handholds on them.
Yep.
And the only reason they did that was to avoid the chicken tax.
Mhm.
But that was it was there. They were in that car as a factory part.
Mm-hmm.
These rear-facing seats in the bed of the Subaru Brat,
Yeah.
so that they could call it a sedan. It
There's
was a 4-door
there's a guy
sedan.
that goes up on Friday nights that has one that he puts a blow-up doll in the back of it.
Right?
And he's, it's like, all right.
You know what I saw tonight at Burger Station? I don't know if you caught it or not. I saw a Pinto wagon.
Really?
wood grain on the side
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything was red. I literally had somebody beep at me because the light changed color. I'm sitting here staring at the Pinto wagon. I'm like, what an amazing machine! Because my
What
mom
about-
had one back in the day. I was like, I love
What about
that
the
car.
'90s pickup trucks with the suicide seats in the back? That
Oh,
you
the
sat-
the
you
S10s.
sat- yeah, the S10s that you sat this way. My dad
Yeah.
had one.
The
My
Rangers
dad
had them
one.
too, but
Yes.
the S10s were the
He
ones that
sat
were
this way.
notorious for
Yeah.
them.
Yes, he sat this way, and like only like a child could sit back there.
Yeah, only a kid
Yeah,
could
because-
sit
So that
back
was
there.
safety at its finest.
I tried to get my big ass in the back of one night. That shit just was not gonna work. We're
What?
talking about the
The
racing
nice-
seats in
nice
the back of the
cabs.
Suicide
S10
seats in
extend
the
cab.
S10 extend
Oh,
cabs.
Yeah, that was
Mike could
childhood.
fit back there with no problem.
Well, see, my sperm donor ended up having a 01 Ranger and that had the
PBR, sir.
that had the-
PBRs.
that had the suicide the seats in it, the little jump seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could fit back there, but it was also me and that. But I actually liked them because it,
It felt cool sitting back there.
yeah,
I liked it when I was a kid
And
because
there
you
was-
know I fit in that.
and there was no
Right.
seatbelts, so it was wonderful.
But we pulled out one of the manuals for one of the Mustangs we had like in the guest room,
Oh!
and the child seat,
The-
child seat that was an
The
option.
1983 the 1983 Fords in general. And I think I showed you this the one time that we had the
That we
books
brought
on
the
the
Yeah.
show.
manuals over.
And the child seat on that was this big plastic thing that kind of wrapped around the child, and the child sat in it, and it strapped in. And it was basically like taking one of those booster seats from McDonald's and putting it in the back of your car.
Uh-huh.
It was definitely the most
What were some
unsafe
cars that
thing.
came? I mean, besides that, what were some cars that came with factory child seats in them? I mean, like factory car seats.
There was only one that I know of, and I believe it was the Previa, the Toyota van. I believe it was an option, but there was only like one or two that had that on there. And it like pulled out the seat type deal. It was and I think that was a Japanese market only thing. We didn't have any if like one or two here in the United States of cars that had that. But I mean, that's one of those where it would be cool to, if manufacturers kind of did that to, where you could do an option to where the seat folds down and it had, a built-in child seat.
Yeah, but
into
here's
it.
the problem. Your kid's gonna outgrow that seat.
Yeah,
That's why they don't do that.
And
It's
car
because
seats
those
are only
seats
rated for a certain amount of years.
those seats change the standards every year.
Right, car
They
seats are
become
only rated
safer
for
and
like
safer.
3 years or so. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
have kids, but they're only rated for like 3
safer
years
and
or
safer.
something.
Hell, I don't think I had a seatbelt on my own.
So they have an expiration date.
I don't know. I thought kids have an expiration date too.
Everyone has an expiration date.
Exactly. Oh, PBR. Yeah. Us here at Pints and Business like to dedicate this show to white trash.
Hey.
Listen, this is the beer of my people. What are you talking about?
Get outta here.
Exactly. Clunk clunk.
Yeah.
What got me turned on to
I have
PBR a
pink
long
cup
time
drink.
ago?
I have pink drink in my pink cup.
Yeah, she's drinking the rest of my margarita that got me sleeping in dog bed. the other
I have
night.
pictures of that.
Yeah, other
Yep.
night I ended up falling asleep in a dog bed at my friend's house from tequila. Hey, tequila! Uncle Jose was not good to me.
No, he tried.
In many ways.
He tried to get it. Well, just shout me. Not today.
The funny thing is with that picture, Tux isn't mad that I'm in his bed. He was guarding me.
He was. He just doing a protect.
Yeah,
He was.
He was protecting because apparently anytime somebody
saw
tried
that
to get
picture,
near
didn't you?
me
Uh-uh.
and
No, it's
fuck
fucking
with me,
glorious.
Tux just start barking at them. So, because Tux is my buddy, so he was protecting me.
Aw.
Tux was protecting me.
Nice.
And
Aw.
Tux was protecting me. 'cause
He
I
was
protect.
standing guard.
He
He's like, I
was, dude.
protect.
He was.
I protect.
Well, because he's
Full-on
my little
protective
buddy in that,
mode.
so he's
That
like,
was
nope, I
protect.
got him, I got him.
That was protect mode.
Hey.
And I made sure my shoes were off, by the way.
So I got an interesting little car story. Well, not really a car story. I'm working at Wrench Monkey Automotive, which is awesome, by the way.
By the way, that's the place that we do our live, or not these live shows, well, we do these live shows, but our live car shows at Wrench Monkey Automotive here in Inverness. Wayne and Allie are amazing. They're the owners of
They
that.
are. So, anyway, it was a little slow at the shop the other day, so Wayne said, go out there and drill holes in tires and stack them up and, get them nice and neat. So,
Oh, it sounds like my first day at the high school.
So I went out there and stacked tires and got bit by a spider. And anyway, that's fun. So, uh-oh,
We're good.
glitch in the matrix.
We're good.
So anyway, I'm out there stacking my tires and I move a tire and I look down and I'm like, that's odd. There's a I'm like,
sorry.
that's odd. There's a cassette down here.
Sorry, Sandy, I didn't see your messages.
So I start moving shit around. Not only did I find one,
Oh my God.
I found a whole pile of cassettes just buried in the dirt.
Robert Palmer.
Dude, there's Sticks in there. There's Eagles in
Swing
there.
Out Sister.
There's James Brown in there. There's Michael Jackson in there. There's mixtapes in there. And I went, holy, I literally got the bag still in my car. Because they all need to be cleaned.
Yeah.
But some of them still move. I mean, they're just dirty. They just
Yeah.
need to be blown out with with an air gun and everything else. And I was like, I have literally hit cassette lottery today with all this. Now it's just buried in the dirt back there.
Crazy.
I walk in, Allie said, you can throw them out. I said, no, I'm not throwing these away. I said, I'm going to put them down on the floor. I'll put them in a bag and take them home.
Right.
Okay, so Sandy, and I totally missed it when I was going to the bathroom and getting those beers. She wants to know if we are willing, they might come join us one day and we'll bring some beer, and Gene loves nerding out about cars.
What do you mean if we're willing?
Yes, Sandy,
Fucking course.
we are willing.
Are
We
you
are always
kidding me?
willing. Come down. You don't even
Give me a
have to
blast.
bring beers. Like, we can get beers too, unless there's something that you really want us to try that we might not be able to get in, well, Citrus County and that. So if there's yes, let us know, because we always do a dinner beforehand and that, and yes.
We do this every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks,
Well-
we'll let you know, and if it's even one that you can't, in like a 2 weeks thing type deal, we can schedule something. We can do a special and all that stuff.
Right.
Also, on things that are...
Did we go down?
I think so. She said that
It says it looks like we ended. Hold on. Let's pull it up, see if it's still going.
It says you have excellent connection. Here, let me pull it up too.
This video is private? The hell? Something happened to our stream.
Yeah, because it is gone.
I just pulled it up before I walked out here.
That's weird.
No, it's showing live. It says this action is not allowed. This video is private.
I guess we had an issue. It'll pop up once
Yeah.
we, end the stream. It'll load probably, more than likely. But I guess this is a good time to end then, because the stream is dead.
Well, so will it end once we will it
I think it will upload
Okay,
once we end.
Well, they wanted us to say one more thing. If you guys heard, Rob, the owner of Pine Street, sadly passed away on Tuesday of unexpected, undisclosed causes and that. But he was a wonderful guy. Anytime we saw him, talk to him, he was just the most positive person. Great, amazing. He was just so much fun to be around, amazing to talk to and that. So we just want to say, Rob, cheers. Thank you for everything that you did for Pints and Pistons, for Celtic Conundrum, for everybody. Just, you are Pine Street. Thank you so much for just everything. You were wonderful. So we hope you are doing good, buddy, and I hope you are watching this, smiling on us. So here's for you, bud.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So we're gonna end it there, guys. Hopefully this part fits on there. If not, we'll post something on our Facebook and that we'll find out in a bit. So have a good one. Stay safe. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button.
Smash that like button!
Well, you don't even need to do that. Just hit it. just hit like, share us.
Just
with your
tap
friends.
it.
Just tap
If
it.
you
touch
like
it.
us,
Just
please
Just give it
do.
a little tap. Hey,
Yeah,
little
just
tap,
let us
tap,
know.
taparoo.
We do this for you. Well, we do it for. Look,
We do this for us.
We
What
do
are
it
you
for
talking
us,
about?
but it's good to have actually people watching. So, have a good one, guys. See you later. That was weird.